Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Hako episode number 13 reaction. So the previous episode we had the ending of the first core, basically the fireworks festival with Hina. That whole thing, it kind of got interrupted in the middle. I was thinking it was going to end on a bad note or something, but everything was kind of okay by the end. Taiki kind of went met up met with Jinatsu in the middle. A child was lost, all that stuff, and they had their conversation, and then Taiki comes back and sits and watches the rest of the fireworks with Hina. All that stuff happens, and yeah, and in the end, you can see later on where Taiki was sleeping, Chinatsu comes and Chinatsu says a few things about how, oh, if she's under the misunderstanding that Taiki is lying to everyone and she's actually going out with Hina, but obviously that is not the case. It's a little bit of a misunderstanding going on here. But either way, that's why she's like, oh, if you are going out with her, why didn't you tell me? While he was sleeping. So he has no idea about that whole situation. All the stuff happened. It kind of seemed like a conclusion to the first core. So now, yeah, let's see what happens in this second core of this anime. So yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is the preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. Three, two, one, go. Oh, new opening. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, that was an okay ending. I prefer the first ending more than this one, but it was okay. Oh, the prefectures. All right. Uh, nah. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. No, you forgot your wallet. What was that? Wallet? Yeah, like wish her luck or something. No, come on. Hmm. Okay. Let's. Damn. Yeah. Damn. Oh, high five. Okay. Right. He's like, what? Well, uh, yeah, right. Well, there you go. Well, yeah, you met her as well. She literally said that Hina's waiting. There you go. He's realizing now. And that's why she called you, you know. Yeah. Well, nothing you can do about it thinking about it now. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Are you? Yep. Oh, okay. Ah. Right. He's like, yes. Give it your all. Okay. Is you set up? There you go. Speak of the devil. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, true. Because. Oh. Yeah, okay. Wow. Well, well, she's her best friend. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, she has her own. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, never mind. True. That is actually true. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. Hmm. It's probably like, yeah, there you go. I'm outside. Oh. His face. Wait, he drew that? That's pretty good. Hmm. Uh. Yo, Taiki. Oh no. Hmm. Well, no. Yeah, everyone has their own shit. Damn! Yo, that is crazy. The speed. Usually they kind of show everything in slow motion and everything, so it's difficult to understand how fast everything is going. Bruh. Third round. Well. Yeah. That's yeah. Hmm. Damn. Oh, there we go. Oh, 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 he got one. Oh. Hmm. You're used to losing. Yeah, I think so. Best of three. Okay. Yeah. Damn. Hmm. That's how he got started liking it. Oh, she was in the swimming club. Yo. Well, she wants to learn, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, because of no. Yeah. She made the coach cry. Yeah. Oh. Oh, he got it. He got it. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay, okay. So they're tied now. He has to get another game. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh wow, that was no. Wait, what? Wait. Wait, he missed. Oh. So he missed it. So he lost. Um Oh my god. Yeah. Well, he has. Yeah. I guess this is why Hyodo said that next year you would be here, because he has confidence that he will be able to do it next year. Yeah, if it goes wrong, then exactly, they're literally with each other. Hmm. Yeah. What? What? I guess I can kind of see what she's trying to say, but man, come on. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Back and forth. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Hyodo's match. Here, what the? Oh, he because he said he smells. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it was still ongoing. It's the ending. Okay. Okay. Wow, a full Hina themed ending. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, is that it? All right. Okay, that was today's episode, episode number 13. So today's episode we got to see like most part of it was basically the match, the perfectual matches between Haryu and Hyodo, and how we saw, like at the very end, just a little bit, like a very very minuscule amount of difference they had, that Hyodo was able to win the match. Now I'm guessing next episode we'll be seeing what happens with the rest of the matches, because as they mentioned, like they fought it out at the third match, so there are more matches after this. That means Hyodo will is still not has still not won it. He has to win a few more after this, then go to the final, and then probably win the final thing. So there's a possibility that he might not be able to win this either. Like, it's not over yet. We have to wait to see what happens. So that's the thing. I'm guessing they're going to show that next episode, what happens and all that. Now, obviously, Harry has one more year after this, I think, yeah. And I guess this is also the reason why Hyodo said that next year, like, the people I see here is you, Yusa, like, and yeah, so he said that because he knew that, like, I don't know, like, I think he might have realized that, like, even if he's not able to do it this time, he Yodo, not Yodo, sorry, Haryu has the potential to win this, and he's not going to be someone who just sits back. His loss will motivate him to train even further, and come next year, he will be a completely different person. And he will definitely be here in the finals. Like, he was able to come to the finals this year only. Next year, he's definitely coming to the final, and who knows, like, who's going to, like, like, who will be winning it. And here's the thing, I'm also, because now I guess Haryu is in the same seat as Taiki. Like, Taiki wasn't even able to qualify, but Hyodo was able to qualify. Not Hyodo, sorry. Haryu was able to qualify. However, Haryu lost this, so he's back to square one again. Next year, again, everyone will have to go through the same thing and get qualified and everything. So I think next year, obviously, as Hyodo said, obviously he will be there. Yusa will be there. Taika will also probably be there in the perfectuals, and all of them will face each other. Like, so there's a possibility that Haryu will be going up against Taiki next year, maybe. Um, Something like that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But one year, a lot of time. So I do wonder how the show is going to do that. Like, I doubt they're going to do a time skip here. I'm sure they're going to show, like, Taiki's struggles and everything. Like, his whole relationship with Chinatsu and all that. Oh, I will also probably get to see Chinatsu's the outcome of her perfectual matches. Those we're also will be seeing. Hina's as well, maybe, her rhythmic gymnastics, that whole thing. What happens with her finals? That we will also get to see, I guess. All these things we'll see, and then I guess we'll see Taiki's training, and maybe he'll encounter Yusa in the future. Stuff like that are going to happen. While I guess Taiki and Chinatsu's relationship will probably get kind of, like, more delved into, and like, more stuff will happen. Either way, today's episode was kind of interesting because quite a few things happens here, quite a few things which are kind of unrelated to each other. First and foremost, we obviously have the whole match. Then we get to know, the like, Karen and Haryu's, how they met, how they knew each other, all those things we got to know. And from that, we also kind of get sidetracked a little bit and go deeper into Taiki's situation as well, where Taiki now thinks that, after seeing Haryu and Karen's relationship and how they're taking this, Taiki has, kind of made a choice, and he's like, you know what, I will be more vocal. Like, I will be more, I don't know, like, instead of trying to suppress myself that he has been doing, I think Taiki will try to be a little bit more free while talking to Chinatsu, and not try to hold himself back, because as Karen said, that at the end of the day you're just sitting here thinking about what the other person might be thinking. You're not, like, that's not really productive. Like, you in your head is thinking of something that the other person might be thinking, while the other person is doing the same, and you guys are at a stalemate, literally going nowhere. If each of you is thinking what the other is thinking without taking a step yourself, it's going to stay there forever. You guys are never going to move forward. So instead of doing that, try to be more true to yourselves, I guess. Be more honest with yourselves. um and yeah, like, whatever will happen. Like, you cannot really say, like, you're thinking that, oh, Chinatsu will reject me, this will happen, the whole situation will get awkward, this and that. But maybe that's not even what's going on in Chinatsu's head. Maybe, something else is going on. Maybe it's, like, who knows. So basically that. Now, I doubt Taiki will be like, obviously Taiki listened to Karen, and, he realized that, yeah, maybe taking this in a little bit different way is better, instead of just standing here still without any progress. But I doubt he'll immediately go and confess now. I doubt that is happening. In no way is something like that going to happen. But hopefully Taiki, gets a little bit more, as we got to see, a little bit more honest and a little bit more courageous, at least in these type of situations. For example, I guess the first step will be him, when he meets Chinatsu next time, talk to her and tell her that, oh, the whole thing with Ahina, that was, like, it's not as if I lied to you to go alone with her. That wasn't really the case. This is what happened. It's an unfortunate situation. Everyone just dipped. Both of us were left. That's why this happened. And I didn't realize that, mm, this misunderstanding would begin. Say, like, tell her this. Basically, that will be the first step here. Instead of thinking like, oh, should I tell what's going to happen, she just tell her this, and, yeah, I think that will be the first step into following Karen's advice. Try to be more truthful to yourself. Be more honest with yourself, and express what you want to express, instead of thinking that, oh, maybe if I do this, she's going to think that, maybe this is going to happen, that is going to happen. No, do not, like, overthink about any situation. um yeah, so basically something like that. So yeah, that is the situation. So yeah, so we got to see their past, we got to see Taiki's situation as well, kind of like interconnected with that. And what else? And obviously, Haryu's match, in the end. Haryu's thought about Karen as well, his way of looking at their relationship. We got a little bit of a flashback where we saw what Haryu thought about Karen when he first met her, this and that, and how, Karen is someone who challenges everything and doesn't, like, give up or anything like that. Sees it to the end, that type of a personality. While Haru is like, you know, like, I should also do the same. So he gave his best in the end. Unfortunately, it was a little bit short. Hyodo won it. Yeah, but next year I'm sure he'll be here again, and he'll be a much more better sportsman than he is currently. Yeah. Okay. So that is that, and then we obviously had the at the very beginning we had the whole scene with Chinasu as well, where Chinasu is going to, obviously, for the prefectuals, so she's going off there to, like, to participate and all that, and she's going somewhere else, like, where these matches will be held. I forgot the the place. Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Basketball is in Kyushu, volleyball is in Tohoku, rhythmic gymnastic is in Kansai. Okay, while badminton is the next prefecture. So like, that's why Hari was pissed. I was like, what the hell? They're going over there, here, and there. We're just stuck here. in the next prefecture only. He wanted to travel, that's why. But anyways, so yeah, Chinatsu's there, like that's why she had like her luggage and everything. Hina will also be going, when her time comes, I guess, to Kansai. I think that's what he said. Yeah. Um, so yeah, there you go. That's what's happening with them. Okay. And yeah, and that was today's episode. A really good episode. We got a deeper look at Haryu and Karen. The relationship, how they started, and everything. You know what? I actually like this style very much, where it's not only obviously we have like Taiki and Chinatsu, and then Hina's there and all that. It's not only them, but I like the fact that the others are also getting like equal, what's that word, uh equal like amount of spotlight, like maybe not equal amount of spotlight, because obviously we're going to see much more of the main characters like Taiki, Chinatsu, and Hina. Will get way more like coverage of their relationship because they're literally the main characters. But but at least like a decent amount, like a proper one episode we got, going deeper into Haru and Karen's relationship. Maybe if some other characters we meet in the future like this, maybe they'll do that for them as well. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I like the fact that they're doing this because like a lot of shows have side, like side couples and all that, but that's just it. You know, that is all. We don't really go deeper into them, into their story, what happened to them, this and that. None of that. It's just that, oh, they're going out with each other. That's it. Basically. So it's nice to see that like a side, like a side couple is actually getting the same amount of, again, not the same amount, but at least a decent amount of coverage, just like the main characters here. So yeah. Okay, and there you go. That was today's episode. Next episode, like I said, I think we're going to get to see Hyodo's match, and this is what I'm thinking. I I don't know. Like Hyodo, I feel like it's a 50-50. If Hyodo wins, then that's really good. But he still has to fight a few other do a few other matches after this. Like then, because they weren't really doing the final here. He has to fight like play a few other matches after this as well. So we'll see where Hyodo stands in the rankings here. Like if he's able to win this tournament, then yeah, like definitely, like like he's one of the strongest. But if he loses in the finals or something, that'll be kind of sad as well, because I think like Hyodo, this is the final year for Hyodo, isn't it? I think so. So you know what? Let's wait and see. Next episode, we'll get to see how that concludes. Right, and there you go. That is today's episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we have Taiki and Chinatsu, or Chinatsu, like leaving for the prefecturals, and she has like a luggage and she's like going off, and Taiki comes in, gives her her purse. I think she left it at the house, and there Taiki talks about the band, in her leg, and he says like, oh, it still hasn't broken, and he's like, then let me put something extra, like a little extra wish in that band, and he says like, oh, may Chinatsu senpai stay safe and do good in the prefecturals and win and have a glorious victory, something like that he said. Obviously, like all these things happens, and he's like, oh, let me transfer my power and all that. Chinatsu does a little high five with him and asks for a high five, and all that like happens, and then in the end, Chinatsu's like, oh, you wait, what? Yeah, she says like, oh, you're kind of a flirt, aren't you? Something like that. She says, at which he's like, wait, what? You're the one to say? It's kind of funny because later on he kind of tells Kyo, and he's like, you know, like, I don't know what she's saying. The fact that she told me to high five her, isn't she the one who is being flirty? And I'm like, bro, what? It's just a high five. Come on. But I guess, like, that's Chinatsu, the one and only for him and his eyes. So, anything that she does is probably like magnified by 100 in his eyes. So even a small amount of physical contact is just crazy for Taiki, and Taiki's like, oh, that's, like, he was like freaking out. That's why. Oh boy. Okay, so this is where Kyo told him that I think I understand what's happening. So basically, she knows that you went with Chono, and this is where everything clicked in Taiki's head, and he realized why she called him a flirt. In his head, he's like, wait a minute. So that means when she asked me whether I'm going to the fireworks, I said that yes, I'm going, but with a group. But then she got to know that I wasn't in a group. I was alone with Hina. That would mean I lied to her. And from the outside, it seems like I lied to her to go alone with Hina in the fireworks festival. So he just like clicked everything, and he's like, "Oh damn, that's a crazy misunderstanding." Um, yeah. So he's like, "Oh my god, I should have, like next time I see her, I should tell her and all that." Either way, then he's like, you know what, it's fine. Like, I'm sure we have better things to do now, prefectures and everything. um yeah, let me focus on this, while we have Kyo kind of telling him that, oh, I'm sure Chinasu senpai thinks the same as well. She has a lot better things to do than think about this, which kind of frustrates Taiki a little bit. But this thing, like, this part, as we see, Taiki immediately, at first he was like, okay, I'm going to go and tell her, when I get my chance. But then he kind of backed down from it. You know, this is what I guess Kain was saying. Is like, do not overthink about a situation, because you don't really know what the other person is thinking. Just be true to yourself and honest to your feelings. It'll work out. Whichever way it works out, either it's going to go well, or everything's going to crash down. But either way, like, you won't really be, everything will be clear from the inside. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, instead of backing down now, next time Taiki sees Chinatsu, maybe he'll tell her that, oh, like, this is what happened. Because if he didn't get to know Haryu and Karen's relationship, didn't get to hear that little story, didn't get to see their relationship directly, I and didn't hear Karen's advice, that little advice that Karen gave him. If all of those didn't happen, I feel like he would have backed down by the end. But now maybe something will change next time he sees Chinatsu. Let's wait and see. Right. Anyways, after that, we get to see Haryu's like practicing, and Haryu's pretty pissed because he likes to travel, and nobody's like, all the other clubs are going somewhere else, while they're stuck here in the next prefecture. So yeah, all that stuff. So he's kind of pissed off about it. Next scene we get to see is the day of the matches. Taiki's here to see Haryu's match. He sees Yusa as well, and then he sees Karen. So Karen asks Taiki, like, just like, oh, come here. And she's like, Chinatsu is there on the other side. Gives it to him, and Chinatsu's like hanged up. So Karen was basically joking around here. Like, I'm sure she was talking to Chinatsu, but Chinatsu probably already hung up the phone, and then she saw Taiki, and she was like, you know what? Time to do a little prank here. And she did that just to kind of make Taiki a little bit embarrassed. So yeah. Anyways, after that, obviously he asks Taiki about his and Chinatsu's relationship and all that, and kind of tells him that, oh, you like her, don't you? And at first Taiki didn't clock, but then he's like, wait a minute, well, obviously, and most of the people knows. Anyways, after that, like, we see Taiki and Karen talking about Chinatsu and all that, and Taiki realizes that Chinatsu since Karen is in from a different school, she's more open to her, and share a lot of things with friends that she a lot of things that she couldn't share with her friends over here. Yeah. Um. So yeah, Taiki and Karen talks more about Chinatsu, and Karen looks at Taiki and realizes that yeah, he genuinely likes her. Um, yeah, and then Haryu's there. So Haryu told Karen not really to come because Karen has her own things, but Karen still came. That's why Harry was like, "Wait, why are you here?" Either way, so yeah, Harry goes down for his match, and this is where Taiki gets to know more about Haryu and Karen's relationship. So Karen tells him the story about how. Oh no, Taiki asks her, "And how can you guys, do this? Like focusing on both the things, like your relationship and this whole thing." Because that's the same thing that he is also struggling with, and he doesn't know how to balance that, and that is the main reason why he's not confessing, and he also knows like Chinatsu will also probably feel the same. So how can Karen and Haryu do it? That is his question. At which Karen tells him their story, and she tells him that you know what, we were also like this. We also were kind of just tiptoeing around the whole situation. We have been childhood friends for a while. We were tiptoeing around the situation, like hung out, like just did things together, and even we realized that what the hell are we even doing? Like like we're not being clear to each other, but we do know like the other person likes us. Like they knew that each of them liked each other, but they weren't able to bring that up because they were overthinking about, oh, what's going to happen, how can we balance our career and this and that, all that stuff. But one day when Karen was here, like something happened at her job. She kind of was depressed, and she was talking to Haryu about it. So Haryu came in and gave her the little book thing, his journal, his childhood journal, which moved Karen very much, at which she hugged him and confesses to him here. You know, so that's how everything started. And they talked over, as they said, that we talked it over and we made a decision that if, because of our relationship, either of us gets stuck in our goal, like, we cannot further progress our goal, that is, how do you being, like a winning the perfectuals and, like all that stuff, badminton related, while she probably like showbiz related. If something like that happens, that because of our relationships we cannot focus there, this and that, all that stuff, then we'll break up. But obviously now that each other knows each other's feelings, they cannot like go back to being friends again. So they decided to start going out, but they had this whole conversation with each other. Yeah, so there you go. That is the story. And then we focus on the match here. We get to see Hyodo comes in, and Haru and Hyodo has conversation. And their match starts. Hyodo is able to get one match, like once match set, he's able to win it. So there's two more left after this. So Haru can recover, but it's difficult. So this is where we see Haryu looks at Kain and sees that Kain is very anxious about the, like she's like praying and everything. And this is where he also kind of reminisces about his past, about how he met Karen and what his impression was about her. So in Haryu's flashback, we get to see that they met each other in the swimming, like club, not club, but the swimming, like thing, lessons. Yeah, swimming lessons. He used to go to a lot of lessons and everything, but swimming lessons they met. Oh, this is also where he mentioned that he really liked badminton after accompanying his father in one of the like badminton like matches, like like something like that. Yeah, and he really liked it from there. That's why his love for badminton started. But his meeting with Ken was here in the swimming lesson here, and everyone obviously was like completely like just what's that word, entranced by Karen, because she's beautiful, she's like yeah, but they realized that Karen cannot swim at all, like she's like heavily struggles with it. So this is where when she was like almost drowning, Haryu is like, oh, why are you doing this? Like you can, there's no need for you to learn swimming here. Okay, I don't understand this part here. Okay, he says, why are you taking swimming lessons? You're clearly bad at it. Okay, I don't understand this part. Like, this is a place where they learn to swim, don't they? What? Oh no, I think no, maybe not, or I'm not really sure. Because if people come here to learn to swim. Like obviously that is why she's taking lessons here. Like I didn't understand why Haryu said that here. Like, oh, if you're clearly bad at it, why are you here, like swimming in the first place? Because she wants to learn. Like it's like nobody can swim from birth, can they? Like you have to learn how to swim some way or the other. You learn. So and she's here to do that, I guess. I don't understand why Haru said this. It didn't make any sense to me, at least. It would make sense if this is like a professional, like a swimming, like thing. Nobody comes here to learn to swim, and she came here to learn to swim. If that is the case, then I guess it makes sense why Haru said that. But I'm not sure if that is the case. Either way, you know Karen is like, and this is where Karen kind of grabs him, pulls him down, and then she's like, okay, then teach me. You can swim pretty well, so show me how to swim. That is why I'm taking lessons here. My dream is to go swimming with the dolphins, and for that I want to swim. And then she said, like, like, if I'm bad at something today, just because I'm bad at it right now doesn't mean the future me will be bad at it too. Yeah, there you go. And after that, as we see, Hari mentions that they kind of stuck around each other, became friends. Even though their, like, school and everything was different, they were close. Their houses were close, so they kept in contact and everything, met up with each other. And then fast forward now, you know so seeing Karen like that, he's like, like, nah, I have to do this. So he starts gaining points, and he's able to get one game from Hyodo. But still, it is not enough. In the final match, you can see, like, it was going very, like, tie to tie. But at the end, he misses one. Like, that part kind of confused me, because he kind of like smashes it, and then Hyodo, I think, like, he probably, like, gave like a this, and it went directly and hit his stomach. So I guess since he couldn't hit it in time, it was his loss, I'm assuming. Because like, at that point he should have, like, I don't know, like, went back and hit it back like that, but he couldn't. That's how fast it went, I'm guessing. So that is his loss. Again, I have no idea about, like, the rules and regulations of badminton, so I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing that's a loss there. um right. What's funny? I thought I didn't understand what was going on at the beginning, but then I was like, wait, what the hell? Then I realized his stomach, like, the, the shuttlecock is there. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Anyways, yeah, and then Haryu and, like, they shook their hands. Hyodo told him that, these playing with you these past 2 years um has been fun. And he says, yeah, same. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So obviously, that's the situation. But he then, like, rushes off again to do a little bit more training and all that. Yeah, I'm going to go for a run. There you go. He rushes off. Yeah. Okay. Then again, like, Karen and Taiki talks about this Chinatsu, and Karen tells him that, like, why, like, you like her clearly. Why didn't you tell her about it? At which Taiki says, oh, like, we live together, so, like, it means that if I tell her, and if somehow she rejects me, then that'll be very weird. She will keep living with us, so it'll be an awkward situation. And that's what he said here. At which I love how Karen says, like, oh, but the fact that you like her, but you've not really telling her that, and just keeping it to yourself and in a sneaky way. Isn't that a bit weird? Like, it's like, what? I never thought about it like that. You're right. That is a bit weird. uh, yeah. Anyways, in the end, Kain says, like, like, at the end of the day, it's what you are thinking that Chinasu might think. Don't overthink about it, because who knows? Like, your interpretation of what Chinasu might think might not be true at all. Maybe you're kind of imagining that she's going to think like that. Now, here we go. This part. In the end, that's just how the chi in your head feels. There you go. Sometimes it's important not to think about anything. Yeah. Anyway, at this rate, you'll be hitting the ball against the wall forever. That, there you go. So yeah, after that, we get to see Karen outside. Talks to Hyodo, Haryu, and this is where Karen asks, like, "Oh, is it hard for a second year to get any further?" At which he says, "I guess so. Most of the others are third year, but yeah." So there you go. So it was still difficult. Like, he's a second year, and there's like a lot of third years and everything. Yodo himself is third year. Um. Anyways, after that, she goes off for her work. Haryu kind of, like, hugs her from behind, and she's like, "Oh, you kind of smell." And then you see next scene, Haryu is going with Taiki to see Hyodo's match, but Taiki's like, "Oh, there's a very fragrant smell I can smell." So yeah, because she told him that he smells, she probably put like a perfume or something on him to mask the smell. Right, and that is where it ended. Great episode. Yeah, good beginning to the second core of Aono Hako. So yeah, that is it. That was my reaction to this episode. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Aono Hako. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.